And welcome back to the next exciting installment of SimCraft. The name has been officialized due to the new spawn location and the board of rules. As you can see, we have just spawned in SimCraft. Even though we haven't, I just broke my way in and fixed it back up. As you can see, there's a couple official rules now. Don't be a jerk. Don't create new ages, the server can't handle it. Don't break the server, that will make the admin very unhappy. If you're going to prank, make it in good taste. And if you do something silly that causes you to lose items and it's not the server's fault, you've lost those items. That is what that asterisk says. So now that we're here, let's see what the new people joining would see. Oh, what's this? Welcome to more fire. Another sign there. Welcome to hell. I guess with this fire and this basalt brick, it would seem that way. There's a button. Door opens. Ooh, netherrack all the way out here and more fire. Automatic doors, okay. Somebody has a sense of humor. As some of you may have noticed, the textures look a little bit different now. That's because there was a texture pack released through the FTB launcher called Solitude. Ardro recommended that to me, so I'm trying it out for this episode, maybe the next one, just to get a feel of whether I like it over vanilla or not. If I decide I don't like it, I have another option to try later, if it's been updated correctly now. Anyway, been quite a few changes since the last episode. I've done quite a bit of research, as you're about to see in the Thaumonomicon. Only one more transmutation found. Oops. But down here you see, got all sorts of wands, an Inferno Furnace, a pair of boots, and I have a jar and a monster of some sort ready for research. And it looks like this is going to be the end of the chain. And TheEmplar seems to run into another zombie. Seems every time I start he runs into one of those. The enchanted fabric is also another one I found. Here's the recipe. I don't know that it's actually used in anything yet, but we can make it if we wanted. Now that we've seen that, let's wander into the base and show you some more of the changes. These flowers look kind of nice with this pack. I'm starting to like it. Obsidian plate and a door. Ooh, marble looks really nice. Smooth stone here. Hey, somebody actually put the pipes down. We had some issues with that. Whenever nobody was in base, it unloaded, so it kept blowing up. So we just don't have it running right now. Everything else, this is a nice clean texture pack. Thankfully it doesn't change the actual characters though, so I can still tell who everybody is at a glance. Now one of the big things I did off camera was I expanded the nether wart farm. With so many people starting to do Thaumcraft research, it's kind of essential, as it's one of the easiest things that has mutatio, which is the purple icon on the far right. The reeds are doing just fine. Let's see if there's been more resources added to our wall of stuff. A little bit of appetite there. Oh, you also notice I have a new pair of glasses. The goggles are revealing. that is why there is a number in the lower left with a bar there. It's the strength of the aura, which is what the wand pulls its power from. So when you're crafting Thaumcraft items, that drops down. The flux right now is moderate, because when I was crafting these goggles, I had to use ingredients that weren't pure. So once they were crafted, all the excess got thrown out into the atmosphere, which raises the flux amount. Moderate is not too dangerous, so I'm not overly worried about it at this point. Also notice a Wand of an Adept here. It's an upgrade to the traditional, or the Wand of the Apprentice, which is this, just very basic. But the upgrade, which requires the Thaumic Field Theory, and this recipe with 16 Percontio, you know how it's pronounced, and it holds 5 times as much vis, 250 instead of 50. So if we look at the recipe for the goggles, we see it takes 60. So a basic wand does not cut it. Just gonna go get things set up again. I have a big plan. If you can see over there where it says home, I went off camera, made some books, and can now get over there without walking for an hour at a time. So I'll go do that, show you what I have so far, and go from there. And just arrived in the Nexus and noticed a couple things changed here. People are starting to put books to their bases here, so we can fast travel quite quickly to many places, it looks like. Somebody made a book in the middle of an ocean, okay. A swamp. A couple people were looking for swamps for a witch's hut and lily pads and stuff like that. But the book I am worried about is this one. It's just my initial book. Going to a forest. Oh, hello, little sheep. You're kind of terrifying. Wow. That is a disturbing face. Do these ones have black faces? No, of course not. Because that doesn't change when they get sheared. But here we are at the home marker. You see, where's it at? Start base, the purple right there. 1,657 meters. It was a long walk to find this place. Sim invited me over to his place a while ago, so I put a marker there. Relatively close. You'll notice other markers for spider trees. I'll get into those later. But for now, let's take a look around this forest. It's all redwoods, and with my current settings, I cannot actually see the tops of the trees. And I like being in high places, so that's where I'll be building my base, likely supported in between this little gap here. Bit of a screen reload, that's fine. Keeps things running smooth. I'm gonna head over to Spider Tree 3 now, which I put a note to film first. So I'll walk over there and be back in a moment. And on our way over to the Spider Tree, I found something very interesting. This little node here, let me get closer, is a Thaumcraft. It's an aura node. It is just a concentration of magical energy. When you pull magic out of the atmosphere with a wand or something, that will get smaller, I believe. And if there's nodes nearby, which I don't see any above ground, they could be underground, it will borrow the energy from them and recharge itself. If there were flux here, you would see various effects caused by that, lightning or wisps spawning to counteract the flux and normalize it again. We'll deal more with that and the effects later, but for now, on to the tree. Here we are again. On my way to the one I intended to film, I ran across another one. This is just a standard greatwood tree. What sets it apart is the spider webs all around it. You can also see a couple aether nodes here, aura nodes, sorry. But the special thing about these trees is if you dig below them on one of the corners, there is a spawner. Oh, cave spider even. Let's run away for a bit. It seems I wasn't prepared for something to be spawning. So we'll get a ruby sword out. Wait for the poison to disappear and regen a bit. Once we're at full health, we will be back. And we're back. 4.5 hearts should be enough now that I'm actually prepared. If these behave like normal spiders, I should be able to approach this now. And as long as I don't hit it, it won't hit me back. It'll still make the scary noises. So we're going to get rid of this spawner before another one decides to show up. Dig down again. And below every spider tree, there's a chest. This one has some tin, some bread, a steel pickaxe, which is inserted by, I want to say, Railcraft. It has a higher durability than iron, but a bit lower than diamond. So we'll give them a present and some dirt and take the bread and the iron, or the tin, sorry. And then the saddle, I don't have any real use for it, so I'll leave that. And it's starting to get dark now, so let's get away from the spider. We'll be back once we're to the tree and ready for the next one. We're here. I took care of the spawner since it would be dangerous to let it go. In this chest, this is the kind of chest I was looking for. Lots of tin, bit of silver, and a acacia sapling. Those are fun to find. That's part of extra biomes. If you can find a savanna, you will find some flat umbrella type trees, and that's what these are. Also a logic matrix programmer. These can only be found in chests. They are used in factorization to make program some upgrades that we'll get to at a later date. So for now, we'll pile up all the tin, or center mouse click and it'll do it for us. Grab the tin, grab the silver. That's iron, sorry. So we'll just throw a piece of oak wood away. Amber, there's tons of, so we'll leave that, as well as the wheat. And now, there's some coal and other stuff, so let's grab that real quick. I don't even know what this is with this texture pack, so let's find out. Monazidor, that is put in by MFFS, Modular Force Field Systems. Monazite can be found into Forcesium, which is its energy source. Found some copper here too. I believe it's copper. It's probably going into my miner's bag. Along with the coal, I had a piece of redstone already, and then the copper. I'll have to bug Ardro about having monazite go in there as well, since it seems to be a mined mineral. So I'll finish this off. And speak of the devil, there he is. He's in the other channel right now, though. So for now, I'll cut the recording, wander back to civilization, either my base or the shared base, and we'll go from there. And we're back. As you can see, we're in the treetops now. Apparently the tree I had staked out as my home base was one of the shortest ones possible. But it'll work. All the production rooms can be higher up or lower down on this one or somewhere. I have a pretty decent idea of what I'll be doing with it. As you can see, I have the initial room started. We're trying a new design, see how I'm going to like it. The rest of this will be filled in with glass and glass panes. I'll need to head back to the shared base to actually get those though. Here you can see a couple more new items I made. These are recent additions to Red Power 2. They are the canvas bag, and each one holds an entire extra inventory. If you dye them, any of the 16 colors, they have a separate inventory. Just so you can color code things. If two bags are the same color, they still have a separate inventory. So if you lose the bag, you lose everything in that bag as well. They're not too hard to make either. If you use the flax from that Red Power introduces, you'll have plenty of string. As you can see here, 8 string in a stick. Turns it into a piece of canvas. Press U over that, and you can see 8 canvas makes a bag. You can also color the bag as you're making it, or you can do as I did, and after it's crafted, put the bag in your inventory crafting grid with a dye anywhere else, and it'll change the color, and any items inside will remain there. Now I'm going to head back to the shared base, pick up some glass and the rest of my stash, and we'll be back in a moment. And we're back, just gathering some sand for our glass to cook up later. The item I'm using is the Wand of Excavation. It's a Thaumcraft item, and it's pretty handy. Just takes a Wand of the Apprentice and 3 earth shards, along with a bit of instrumentum and metallum, and 50 V's. So you can make this if you only have a Wand of the Apprentice in the first place. But I'm going to grab a couple stacks of this and meet you back at the base.